now have 13 straight victories as they go into Indiana on the second night of the home and home against the Pacers. And they win 115-106. And it was a crazy game because a lot of Raptors leaving games, coming back, leaving games, not coming back. And it was a crazy basketball game. But in the end, the Raptors prevailed 115-106 and improved to 38-14 on the year. 13 straight dubs for the Raptors. And before I even talk about stats and player stats and stuff like that, can we take a step back here? Let's take a step back and realize what this team is actually doing here. No Gasol, no Norman Powell, and the last two games against an Indiana ball club who gives up less than 108 points a game, around that early 107 mark. They scored 119 in the last game and 115 today. You know what that tells me? This Raptor team is damn good. And ladies and gentlemen, we know we don't get the credit. That's fine. That's fine. We're used to that. You know what else happened when we were underdogs? Champions. That's what happened. Now, where's this season going to go? I have no idea. But what I do know is it's a lot of fun. Let's get to this ball game, guys, because what a game in Indiana today. Now, first quarter, things going pretty good. Raptors offense rolling. They scored 36 in the first quarter, allow 31, but you're up by 5 after one, exactly where you want to be after one quarter of play. In the second quarter, again, their offense starts to get rolling a little bit. They scored 32. You know, they had a total of 63 points at the end of the first half, a big-time number there offensively for Indiana. But you know, as Raptor fans, when it comes to the second half, that's when the Raptors dig in defensively and do a job. So, they give up 63 in that first half. The Raptors do score, 64. They're up by 1 at halftime. Maybe my math is off. No, I think I'm pretty good. 63, and then we have 64. You're up by 1 at halftime. So, yeah, you struggle defensively, but somehow you're carrying a lead into the half. Now, in the third quarter, as we've talked about, the defense for the Toronto Raptors digs in hard. I mean, they just fight, they claw, only allow 20. They only score 23, but they win the quarter and they allow only 20 points to go in. 20 points! That's it. So you went from giving up 63 in the first half to in the third quarter, 20. Great job by the Raptors, but you got to continue that. Problem, though, late third quarter, you lose Kyle Lowry. He collides with, I think it was Serge Ibaka's leg, or somebody's leg, I think it was Serge. And it looked pretty nasty, I got to say. Seeing Lowry go into Serge's leg, and instantly it's like a neck issue because he kind of snaps his head back. Leaves the game, does not return, whiplash. Great. Just what you want to see. Meanwhile, Siakam leaves the game a little bit earlier, gets poked in the eye from Hollis-Jefferson. He eventually comes back, but his eyes beat red. So I don't know why he's even coming back, because you don't want to hurt your team now. And Siakam didn't really play that well in this one offensively. He was 6 of 20 from the field, so that's not really what you want to see. So you lose Lowry late in the third. Siakam probably isn't as sharp. No Gasol, no Powell, on the road. And you're only up by 4 after 3 quarters of play. You got to find a way. But then we sit back and we think, okay, well, those guys are up. Who do we have? Oh, we got Serge Ibaka, who was a monster. You have, I don't know, the NBA rising star himself, Terrence Davis II, who is incredible in the fourth quarter. He's had, what did he end up having in this one, 17? 17. 11 of his 17, though, were in the fourth quarter. You know what we call that? Big time buckets. From an undrafted rookie. Terrence Davis continuing to show us amazing things as the young rookie he is. And like I said, the Raptors win that fourth quarter, 28-23. They give up a total of 43 in the second half after giving up 63 in the first. And the Raptors win that one, like I said, 115-106. They win by 9. 13 straight, and you're still fighting that injury bug. This team is incredible. This team is absolutely incredible. Now let's get to the numbers here, all right? You start with the Raptors offensively here, 48% from the field. Just what you want to see. They shoot 45% from the field, and but the Raptors do take 2 more shots. They had 3 more field goals made, so good stuff there. Go to the 3-point shot. Raptors, what was the tale last game, right? Indiana, not a very good 3-point shooting team, yet they shot the 3 extremely well in Toronto in the last meeting. Today, not so much. Indiana was 10 for 34. 29% from 3. Ugly. Raptors, 17 for 38. 17 made threes. 45% from beyond the arc. They had 7 more threes made than the Indiana Pacers. They also had 3 more field goals made than the Pacers. But at the free throw line, they won that one. 18 made free throws to 22 attempts. Raptors were 14 of 17. Still shot 82%, but they had the more attempts and the more free throws that went in. Rebounding is something that the Raptors lose on a consistent basis, especially against a team like Indiana. You lost again today, 39. They had 47. We had 39. Offensive glass, 11-8 in favor of Indiana, of course. But the Raptors, even without Kyle Lowry on the floor, moved the ball so well in that fourth quarter. 28 assists for the Toronto Raptors. You call that humming the basketball. Beautiful. Just what you want to see. They had 23 assists. 26 they had. Raptors had 12 steals to their 5, 3 blocks to their 5. We had 16 turnovers, a little bit up there. Not really where you want it to be. They had 20. 20 turnovers for the Indiana Pacers. Raptor defense, second half defense, you just love to see it if you're a Raptor fan. Beautiful stuff there. Points to the paint were minus 10, 54-44 in favor of Indy. Second chance points, 13-6 in favor of Indy, as you expect. But as the Raptors crushed them in the last game, they did it again today. Fast break opportunities, they had a total of 6. Raptors, 27! Big time. Raptors get the stops, they get the turnovers, because they had 20 turnovers, leading to a fast break, which led to 27 points. Big time job for the Raptors there in the open floor on the fast break. Great job all around by these guys there tonight. All right, points off turnovers, 18-15 in favor of Toronto, so they won that category as well. Now let's get to some specific players here, because there's a lot of different things happening in this game. We'll start with Pascal. We talked about, how he struggled, shot 6 of 20, 15 points, 4 rebounds on 6 of 20, shooting 2 of 2 from the line, 1 of 5 from 3. He had a block in the game, but he was a +7. He didn't hurt the Raptors, so I'm not going to complain. Wasn't his best game, but we won by 9, and he was a plus player. I'm not going to complain about Pascal at all. OG and a flippin' Nobi. Finally, this guy shows some sort of offense. But you know what happens? How do you get offense? You take shots, OG. He was 5 of 8 from the field. He had 16 points and 3 boards. He shot 3 of 4 from the free throw line, knocked down 3 out of 5 from 3. And not only did you get all those great offensive numbers from OG, he still gives you that defensive intensity. He had 5 steals today. The Raptors as a team had 12. He had 5 himself. That's the stuff we're talking about when it comes to the young OG. We want to see stuff like that. Make your wide open shots, shoot consistently, rebound if you have to, and play damn defense. And that's what you saw today from OG. Great job. He was also a +9 while he was on the floor. That's more. I think he fouled out actually as well. He did. So, but great game overall by OG. And we only played the 28 minutes and made the most of it. Big time. Serge Ibaka, this guy is an absolute freak of nature. You put him off the bench, you have him in the starting unit, it doesn't matter from Mafuzi Chef. He's going out there, grabbing boards, shooting threes apparently, and doing such a good job at it. 22 points for Serge, 10 boards, 3 assists for the big man, 9 of 17 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 5 yet again from 3-point range. Ladies and gentlemen, Serge Ibaka is shooting 39% from 3. I mean, that's damn good. And another double-double for the big guy. He played 40 minutes. And he was a +10 when he was on the floor with Serge Ibaka. Now, as we said, Kyle Lowry did leave the game in the later half of the third quarter. Played 28 minutes. He had 16 points, a rebound, and 11 assists on 6 of 11 shooting. 1 of 1 from the line. 3 of 7 from 3. Had a steal in the game. And it was a +5 while he was out there. So he impacted the game an extreme amount. When he was out there. Also, I don't know which point it was of the game where he did get it. But Kyle Lowry passes Vince Carter for Raptors all-time points. He's now third all-time behind Chris Bosh and his buddy DeMar DeRozan. And congratulations, Kyle. Well-deserved. And please, for goodness sakes, get well soon. I'm hoping it's a 24-hour whiplash and it doesn't just linger around him. I am hoping and praying because we don't need another injury. We just don't. All right, now let's get to Fred VanVleet. He played 41 minutes, did Freddie. 20 points, 3 boards, 7 assists on 6 of 14 shooting. 5 of 5 from the line, 3 of 7 from 3. He had a couple steals, did Freddie, plus 9 when he was on the floor. Fred VanVleet doing a job. Great job. Now let's get to the man of the hour. The guy that everyone loves talking about right now. The NBA rising star, Terrence Davis II. What a game from the young kid. 25 minutes of work, including almost the entirety of that fourth quarter. 17 points, 8 rebounds. 8 rebounds! And a couple assists on 7 of 11 shooting. He missed the 1 free throw. He was 3 of 6 from 3. He also gave you 2 steals and a monster chase down block. And oh, by the way, plus 7. All in a day's work for Terrence Davis, leading the NBA rookies in plus minus. Yet, so hold on a second. You're telling me the NBA assistant coaches, who are the ones that decided who the rising stars were going to be, Terrence Davis going into the game averaging 7.8 points a game. Not the biggest number, but he's only playing 17 minutes a game. Shooting 48% from the field. That's very good. It's going to go up after today's game. Almost 42% from 3. That's very good. 92% from the free throw line. And leads the rookies in plus minus on the 3rd best team in the NBA. Doesn't make much sense. But, as we've always said, as Fred VanVleet said, it don't matter. We're used to it. And Terrence Davis, it doesn't change him one bit. He goes out there and he just balls. Great job, Terrence Davis. Big game for him. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, you know what? We talked about in the last video, guys. It was his first game back from his injury. He was awful in the last game. But he comes out there today, especially early on in that fourth quarter, and really dominates the paint. Grabs some rebounds. Couple big, he had that one monster dunk, and he just did a really good job contesting shots. 6 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 of 2 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line. He had a steal, a block. It was a -5, but he had in only 13 minutes, but he did a job out there, and I was really impressed with the way Rondé Hollis-Jefferson really played today. A lot of energy, a lot of work put in for the kid. I love what we saw from Rondé there today. Now, with win number 13 in a row secured, the focus now turns to the second night of the back-to-back. Raptors now travel home to take on the Brooklyn Nets at Scotiabank Arena. I think this is going to be the first time this season the Raptors have now seen Kyrie Irving. Or actually, is he out again? Never mind. Another knee injury. What is he out for? Won't play on road trips. So never mind. No Kyrie Irving at Scotiabank Arena tomorrow. 7:30 tip-off there at Scotiabank Arena. You cannot take any team lightly. You have the back-to-back against Indiana. You won both. Big-time wins for the Raptors on the back-to-backs. Or it wasn't a back-to-back, but the home-and-home against Indy. Huge. Now you got to find a way to welcome in Brooklyn tomorrow on the second night of the back-to-back. You got to travel as well. It's going to be a tough one tomorrow. 7:30 tip-off there. I understand, guys, Brooklyn is 23-27 on the year. Yeah, they've won 2 straight games. They beat Golden State. I mean, everyone's beating Golden State right now, so you can't really go off of that. But no Kyrie, and they seem to be playing better without Kyrie Irving. You know why? He's a cancer. I'm not even going to get into that kind of stuff with you guys. But, hey, you go out there tonight, you win your 14 straight, win the back-to-backs, everyone's going to start turning heads. I mean, even though they should be already, and even if they don't after the 14 straight victory tomorrow, if they get it, of course, I don't care. We know what this team looks like right now, and we know how damn good this team looks. They're better than last season. At least the record suggests that they're better than last season. What a game. What a season so far for the Toronto Raptors. They just got to keep pace, keep going, keep that foot on the gas pedal, and see what happens there tomorrow against Brooklyn. All right, so you know what, guys, that is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game there this evening, because it was awesome, smack that like button, do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video. Who is your MVP in today's basketball game, guys? Would you give it to Serge with the double-double? Would you give it to Terrence Davis? Would you give it to Fred VanVleet? Who's your MVP minus Terrence Davis, just for the energy that he brought in that fourth quarter? 11 of his 17 in that fourth. 11 of the 28 the Raptors had altogether were Terrence Davis alone. So a really good job hit by him. He's my MVP in this one. 17 and 8 for TD2. Really good job. And hey, maybe he'll see the channel at one point. I don't know. But we're loving him here on the Teal Sports Talk channel here. Loving us some Terrence Davis II. All right, so guys, Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, guys, do all that great stuff. Also, the Patreon link is down below. So if you are interested in that, guys, sign up down below for that. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition very shortly as they won a hockey game. I mean, it won pretty, but they won a hockey game in overtime against the Anaheim Ducks. We'll talk to you guys very shortly about that. And as for our Raptors, as we talked about, their next game is tomorrow night at Scotiabank Arena. 7:30 tip-off there. Raptors looking for win number 14 in a row. Hey, just got to go out there. Daily grind, daily business. As Terrence Davis said, to go out there, you know, hydrate, eat good. I love the way his mentality is. You heard the interview after the game. I love the mentality of Terrence Davis and this Raptors squad. All right, so thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Talk to you guys then.